A must-play for fans of strategic card battles, this title delivers a nostalgic yet fresh experience. With an incredible roster of over 9,000 cards and storylines spanning multiple anime series, it captures the heart of the franchise perfectly. The campaign mode is rich with content, letting players relive iconic duels or flip perspectives to play as rivals. Online dueling runs smoothly, offering endless replayability. Whether you're a longtime fan or a newcomer, the depth, polish, and sheer volume of content make this one of the most rewarding card battlers out there. RetroMania Wrestling is a nostalgic blast of arcade action that hits all the right notes. The fast-paced gameplay, colorful pixel art, and tight controls make every match feel exciting and unpredictable. Each wrestler has unique moves, and the roster includes some cool legends and indie stars that fans will appreciate. The game strikes a great balance between old-school charm and modern polish. Whether you're a longtime wrestling fan or just love a good brawler, RetroMania delivers a fun, throwback experience that's hard to put down. Grapple Dog's Cosmic Canines is an absolute joyride packed with vibrant visuals, tight platforming, and delightfully snappy controls. Swinging through colorful creative levels as Pablo and Luna feels fluid and satisfying, with each stage offering clever challenges that never feel unfair. The upbeat soundtrack keeps the energy high, and the dialogue is surprisingly charming with just the right amount of humor. It's a perfect blend of retro-inspired mechanics and modern polish. If you're craving a cheerful, fast-paced platformer with heart and personality, this one's a must-play. Lone Ruin is a fast-paced, neon-drenched roguelike that pulls you in with its vibrant visuals and satisfying combat loop. The magic-based gameplay feels fluid and responsive, with a great variety of spells to experiment with. Each run offers a fresh challenge, keeping things engaging without ever feeling unfair. The synth-heavy soundtrack perfectly complements the chaotic action, making every battle feel intense and stylish. It's one of those games that's easy to pick up but hard to put down, especially if you love challenging, arcade-style shooters.
Man was not meant to see.
Tomb Raider 4-6 Remastered is an excellent opportunity to revisit Lara Croft's classic adventures with a new look. The graphic enhancements improve the mood while preserving the vintage charm. Improved controls make traversal smoother, although purists may still use the traditional tank controls. The puzzles, exploration, and platforming are as interesting as ever, with sprawling levels brimming with mysteries. Fans of vintage gaming and action-adventure will enjoy this accurate yet polished compilation, which demonstrates that Lara's late 90s adventures remain exhilarating decades after. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse is a delightful, action-packed Metroidvania with slick platforming and humorous comedy. The game replaces Shantae's typical transformations with pirate garb, introducing new elements to make exploring and fighting more exciting. The hand-drawn sprites and vivid settings stand out, accompanied by a lively soundtrack. The boss fights are unique, the stages are well-designed, and the narrative is plenty of charm. It strikes an ideal mix between challenge and enjoyment, making each improvement feel worthwhile. A terrific journey for both returning fans and beginners to the series. Castlevania Dominus Collection is a nostalgic treat and a must-play for fans of classic Gothic action. Each title in the bundle oozes atmosphere, with haunting music, tight platforming, and iconic boss battles that still hold up today. The pixel art remains timeless, and the challenge feels just right, tough but fair. It's clear these games were crafted with love, and the collection does a great job preserving that legacy. Whether you're revisiting or discovering them for the first time, this is vintage Castlevania at its best.
It's
clear why the Federation enlisted our EMC.
Contra Operation Galuga is an exciting new addition to the legendary Contra series, taking classic gameplay to new heights. The game includes new stages, opponents, and weaponry, all of which are meant to put players' talents to the test. In co-op mode, players may join up with pals to face off against the Red Falcon terrorist gang, combining attacks, shielding each other's backs, and unleashing devastating combinations to assist players overcome difficulties. The game includes stacking upgrades and potent powers like greater firepower and agility.
Let's go!
Red Faction Guerrilla is a dystopian game set 50 years after the first Red Faction game. The game's realistic physics-driven demolition engine enables players to demolish any structure, resulting in an immersive and dynamic gameplay. When faced with the Earth Defense Force's stronger firepower, players must employ hit-and-run tactics, ambushes, and guerrilla-style attacks. The game has a diverse assortment of weapons and equipment. Red Faction Guerrilla challenges the conventions of destruction-based gameplay, providing an adrenaline-fueled, uprising adventure. Go Mecha Ball is a fast-paced twin-stick shooter with arcade roguelike features. Players may move through 4 different environments, each having its own set of adversaries and obstacles by walking, shooting, or rolling. With over 25 weapons and 20 unique abilities, gamers may personalize their mechs to conquer the battlefield. The game has bright 3D sceneries and a dynamically created music. Players may improve their gameplay by flying over obstacles, bouncing off bumpers, and riding updrafts. The game is an immersive audio-visual experience with an enthralling soundtrack. OTXO is a top-down shooter with roguelite elements that sends players on a mission to rediscover their lost love in a mysterious home. The game has over 100 skills and a diverse range of firearms, allowing players to confront their inner demons front-on. With 8 distinct sections and over 150 handcrafted chambers, each game provides a unique and surprising experience. Players may personalize their gameplay by acquiring a diverse range of weapons and skills, while the game's enigmatic bartender supplies the required resources. Put yourself in Edith's footsteps and explore across the massive Finch mansion, digging into the family's past and solving the riddle of why she is the only survivor. Discover each family member's story from the distant past to the present, as you see their final moments on the day of their demise. The Finch's distinct gameplay and tone are reflected in each narrative, which is told in the first person and ends with the death of a family member. Finally, this game provides a thorough investigation of the vast and complex universe we live in.
Your hometown to become...
The story revolves around Meredith Weiss, a middle-aged lady who quits her city career to return to her hometown of Providence Oaks, Oregon. She takes up her father's job as the town postal carrier and spends 2 weeks there, meeting both familiar and new faces. The player has control of Meredith, enabling them to pick who she connects with, make friendships, and begin love connections. As her temporary assignment comes to an end, Meredith must decide whether to return to her city career or stay in her hometown, which will define her destiny and take her to the ultimate resolve.
Who knows what will happen in 2 weeks?
Book of Demons is a one-of-a-kind game that combines hack and slash with deck-building principles, allowing players to create their own missions. Players utilize magic cards to combat the darkness in the old cathedral dungeons and liberate the paperverse from the archdemon's grasp. The game employs cards to represent things, spells, and skills, with legendary cards being the most difficult. The Flexoscope engine is used to break gameplay into sessions, which adapt to the player's speed. For those looking for a challenge outside of the main game, Free Play mode provides a hard attempt. Rytmos is a puzzle game that mixes music composition and maze obstacles. Players travel through a sequence of cubic worlds, each with complicated puzzles that require creative thinking. Solving these riddles produces musical loops, which evolve into compositions. Over 20 different musical instruments are unlocked, allowing players to experiment with tunes and create their own style. Rytmos additionally broadens players' grasp of music history by offering information about obscure genres and notable musicians. Use the sword of the Necromancer to transform slain monsters into companions and battle alongside you. The randomized weapon creation mechanism allows you to equip a variety of weapons and relics, each with their own unique effects and traits. Engage in head-on confrontations with foes, utilizing various weapons and objects, and level up your character and summoned monsters while battling alongside them. With each try, you will grow closer to the Necromancer, losing equipped weapons and creatures while maintaining half of your accomplished level. Use the Flask of Homunculus to play with a buddy in local co-op mode. Sid Meier's Civilization VI is a turn-based strategy game in which players seek to build an empire that will last through the centuries. Players might strive to be the apex of scientific progress, exert supremacy through military might, or nurture a thriving cultural center. 24 unique leaders from various nations and times are available to aid gamers on their quest. The game has 4 intriguing scenarios, each with its own historical backdrop and gameplay style. Players can explore new regions, improve their environment, and build dynamic districts to see their civilization grow. World War Z is a fast-paced co-op third-person shooter for up to 4 players that features hordes of zombies from all over the world. With mankind on the verge of destruction, a group of seasoned players band together to combat the horde and survive the dead. The game incorporates complex gore systems with in-game zombie hordes that behave like actual crowds. Players may level up to 8 different classes, earn powerful weapon upgrades, and take on more difficult challenges. Intense player versus zombies game variants round out the cooperative adventures. Undertale is an indie RPG that immerses players in a compelling underworld full of colorful characters and heartbreaking storylines. Players will encounter a wide cast of animals, like the adorable skeleton sons, the hyperactive robot Metaton, and the endearing fishwoman Undyne. The game has a novel battle system, interesting plot, and retro-inspired visuals, allowing players to explore topics such as love, friendship, and the repercussions of their choices. The decision to unleash anarchy or demonstrate mercy and compassion. Explore the world with Terry's flip-flops, a lovable figure on a mission to discover the true essence of life in the picturesque village of Spranklewater. You embark on a beautiful voyage full of fun. The game has a beautiful open environment, a wonderful story, and an exciting journey in Terry's own car. Collecting turbo junk increases the vehicle's boost powers, making your travels even more exciting. Catching colorful insects, hunting for hidden riches, destroying automobiles, and amassing cash are all enjoyable activities that unlock new products and upgrades. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome.
In the face.